Wait, just let that sink in for a second. A secret society is scared of you, not annoyed, not a little bit threatened. Scared, like lying awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering what the hell you are going to do next. Scared. And this isn't just some random person on the internet who disagrees with you. This is a group of people who dedicated their entire existence to power, control, and manipulation. And their entire plan, everything they've built, is now in a question because of you. They thought they had you patched. They looked at you, sized you up, and made their conclusion. And now the only thing they know for sure is that they were dead wrong. You ever get that feeling? Yeah? Have you ever get that feeling? Like you are being watched. A subtle prickle on the back of your neck. A sense that a conversation might have shifted, or a door that was slightly ajar is now definitely closed. It's not paranoia, it's your instincts screaming at you, trying to get your attention. And you have been trying to shake it off. You tell yourself, I'm just tired. I'm overthinking it. You push it down. But that feeling, it's not coming from nowhere. It's the echo of 1,000 eyes that are trying to understand something they cannot comprehend. It's the weight of their attention. We get so used to being the smallest version of ourselves in our own heads. Yeah, right here. We look in the mirror and we see the same face, the same doubts, the same messy history. We see the bills we have to pay, the arguments we didn't win, the goals we keep pushing to next week. We see all limitations. And that's what these secrets called society. They call them whatever you want. The elites, the hidden hands, they see that same reflection and they think, oh, that's easy. We know how to handle someone like that. They assume they know your depth by the size of your shadow. So they think they can predict you, pressure you, and ultimately defeat you. But the thing about shadows is that they get longer the closer the sun gets to the horizon. They watch you and they worry. They are mapping your motives, moves, analyzing your patterns, trying to find the door they can slip through. Because there is a disconnect, there is a secret you haven't even fully admitted to yourself yet. For a long time, they were working against you. A plan was set in motion. An antagonistic energy, a tidal wave of expectation. Something that was designed to overwhelm you. Something that to anyone else, to any normal person would have been a total game over moment. They set the trap. They wanted to see you break. They didn't just want you out of the picture. No, they wanted to prove to themselves that their power was absolute. They were tired of being afraid of the chaos that you represent. So they pushed. And you did break. Of course you did. Everyone breaks. That's the part of the story they never tell you. Is that everyone breaks. Everyone shatters into 1,000 tiny pieces. But that's where the real rest test begins. Because what you do with the fragments is what terrifies them. You absorbed the blow. You absorbed the blow and you didn't crumble into useless, forgettable dust. You reassembled. But when you put yourself back together, the pieces didn't fit in the same order. There is a new design to you now, a new pattern. You have become something else. That is when the subtle watching turned into frantic surveillance. That's when they started to realize that their best motive, best move, their strongest piece wasn't going to take you off the board. They see this in you now. They see you in its like, and it's like looking into a mirror that doesn't show a reflection, but instead shows their flaws in their own plan. Because you are not playing the game they designed. You are playing the game, your game, that doesn't even have a rule book yet. And that's their biggest fear. They don't just fear you because you are strong. They fear you because your very existence renders their entire system absolute. Your success, your resilience exposes their weakness. It says to the world, all that power, all that ancient knowledge, it's useless against a person who refuses to play by the rules. Think back to a time where you were in a social situation or a meeting or even just a conversation. You could feel the pressure to say the right thing, to be agreeable, to fit into the mold. You chose not to. You stood your ground or pointed out the obvious flaw in the logic, and you didn't flinch. In that moment, the room went quiet, didn't it? Everyone else played the game to fit in, while you played the game to reveal the truth. That is the same energy, but on a cosmic, life-altering level. It's that spark that has the secret society confused. They cannot control what they cannot predict. So they were so sure that the constant pressure, the invisible pressure, would be the thing that finally took you down. A long, slow, grinding pressure, the exhaustion of being you, of dealing with your specific brand of struggle. They thought they could just wait you out, let the entropy of the modern world drain your will, but you were always aware of it. You felt the gaze, you woke up in the middle of the night feeling it, and you made a choice. Deep down, a choice you didn't even verbalize to yourself, that you were going to be a mystery to them. You were going to be the variable they couldn't solve. That's what's made them so nervous. They cannot help but watch now. They are fascinated by you, terrified and fascinated all the same. They study your post. They wonder about the people who you talk to. They are looking for the tell, the crack in the armor. They are desperate to find out where you get your strength. Is it a person, a secret practice, some knowledge they missed? They have their books, their traditions, their secret handshakes. They look for your guru or your source. They cannot conceive that the well of power is just you, standing firm in your own truth. The fact that it's an internal resource is a threat to their entire external power structure. They are watching you because they are trying to figure out how you got so powerful. They are watching because they are scared of the power you have figured out. Yeah. Remember that moment at work, or with that one friend, or in your family when you finally just shut up and stopped explaining yourself. You just let them think what they want and you moved on. Remember now how confused they were. You didn't give them the reaction they were feeding on. And the energy just dissipated. You started. You mastered your own world. This is the same thing. They have been trying to hook you, to trigger you, to get a reaction for years. And your silence, your peace, your contentment has been the loudest thing they have ever heard. The fact that you are not a slave to your reactions, that you can still feel the heat of the moment but choose to walk through it instead of being consumed by it, makes you a mystery they will never solve. This is the part that makes them the most uncomfortable. You don't just beat their negative energy, you transmute it. You take what is meant to break you and you use it to build something better. You take their insults and you let them refine your focus. You take their obstacles and you see them as a new vantage point. You alchemize. Yeah, you alchemize their darkness. Not by fighting it directly, but by shining the light of your own authentic self on it. You see their attempts at control as just fear, dressed up in fancy words and old books. It's a master-level alchemy of energy. This is not something you can learn in a weekend seminar. It's a skill forged in the fire of experience. It's something they cannot replicate. They are stuck trying to tear you down while you are simultaneously building a cathedral of resilience out of the very rubble they throw at you. And because of this, you've leveled up. You see the world differently. You see through the performance. You see the illusion. When you look at someone, you don't just see their words. You see their energy, their magnetism. And you know that their anger is just pain. And their attempts to control are just fear. You see them as they are. And you choose to be calm. And that calm is a superpower. It's a shield they cannot penetrate and a weapon they cannot defend against. It's like you are standing in the center of a storm. The wind and the rain are howling, trying to rip the foot of your house. But you are inside. The lights are on, you are listening to music, and you are just making dinner. You are not bothered. You are a little wet from the leak in the roof, but you are dealing with it. And the storm rages outside, wondering why it cannot just knock your house down. It doesn't know that you know how to build a strong foundation. It doesn't know about the roots you've put down. And so it screams louder. They look at you and they see this terrifying, incomprehensive thing. They think you are some kind of mastermind. You must have a team. You must have a secret. They are waiting for the other shoe to drop. They are waiting for you to make a mistake. They are waiting for you to slip up, to get tired, to get angry, to get arrogant. But you just keep going. You just keep being yourself. And it's that consistency that's the most unsettling thing of all. Because it means your power isn't a trick. It's who you are. So they are sending you weird energy. They have probably sent people into your orbit without you knowing. People with agendas, people who try to get close. But you see them. Your gut is like a radar that pings the second someone isn't being authentic. You see their little tests, their probing questions, the way they try to steer the conversation. You see it all. You see the secret society and its spies. You see the energy they are pushing. They thought they had you. They thought you were just another cog in the machine. Another person they could steer. They thought that if they threw enough chaos at you, you'd burn out, or you stumble, or you just fall. But you're who you're still standing, holding the blueprint of the machine. They have tried to project their own chaos onto you. They have sent people your way to start arguments, to test your patience, to try to make you look unstable. They sent people to project their own shadow onto your life. But you cannot put out a fire with gasoline. And they cannot destabilize someone who has already learned how to be still in the middle of a chaos. You have healed so much of your own inner turmoil. You know that their attacks are just projections of their own inner hell. And you refuse to make their problem your problem. You have been through a lot. It's undeniable. It's not about being perfect. It's about being aware. You've been forged by fire. You've been through situations that would have broken others, that did actually break others. And you didn't just survive, you learned. You learned the alchemy of your own soul. And that's a power they can never, ever take from you. They don't know that. They see your peace and call it weakness. They see your silence and call it submission. They are so far from the truth. They are living in a different dimension. Now it's like they want to be you. They want to know your secret. They want your secret. They see you as some kind of alchemist, the one who can turn their lead into gold. They are trying to figure out who you are, to copy your energy, to turn you into a tool. But you are the one who knows how to heal, how to alchemize, how to see. They have thrown everything they have at you. Spells, prayers, machines, psychological warfare. And their best efforts just bounce on you like water off a stone. They are out of ideas. They have their secret texts and their high-ranking elders, and they are searching for an answer to a question they didn't and they don't even know how to ask. The question is, how do we stop someone who is so deeply rooted in their own truth? The situation is way beyond a simple conflict now. This is a whole different playing field. It's like a bunch of wizards trying to find a fire with more fire, while you are on the one who knows how to use the fire to build a forge. You are not playing their game, you are the one who rewrote the rules. This is the quiet power that keeps them up at night. They sense it, they fear it. And now they are watching you not as an enemy to be destroyed, but as phenomenon to be understood. They have come to a ranging realization that you are more skilled than they ever anticipated. They thought they were the scholars, but you are the master of the one thing they don't understand: yourself. You are healing yourself emotionally on such a deep level that it's changing the atmosphere around you. They hate that. They tried to send you chaos to keep you grounded. Ungrounded, actually, yeah. To keep you reactive. They wanted to keep you in the past, stuck in the trauma that makes it easy to manipulate people. They wanted to keep you a victim. But you chose, it was your choice to heal. You chose to rebuild, to evolve, to transform. And in that choice, you unlocked something they didn't even know existed. It's like you found the magic they have been searching for centuries, in the one place they refuses to look: within themselves. Yeah, within themselves. You are not trying to get even, you are trying to get free. And that terrifies them more than any revenge ever could. You've been healing a lifetime of pain. And as you heal, you become less reactive. You are less interested in their drama. You just see them as sad, scared people. And that detachment is a superpower. They cannot hook you. They cannot bait you. Their tricks don't work on you because you are not desperate for their approval anymore. You don't need their validation. You are whole within yourself. And yes, they used to feed to that need. You were a steady meal for them, but now you are not hungry anymore, and they are starving. They have tried to send you a lot of chaotic energy. They have tried to overload your circuits, but you've mastered the art of staying centered in your own truth. You understand the dynamics of projection. You see someone yelling at you and you don't feel attacked. You feel sorry for them. And it's not arrogance. You see the demons they have wrestling with, and you know they are trying to make you wrestle them too. You've learned to detach. When they try to push your buttons, you just observe the button pushing. Yeah, you become an observer of your own life. And in that observation, you reclaim your power. You know not to take their bait. You are moving through life with a new level of mastery. So the secret society is not just a group of weird people in robes. It's the whole system that runs on control. The system that tells you you are not good enough, you are not smart enough, you are not wealthy enough. The system that tells you to stay in your lane and not make waves. The system is the cult, and you have escaped it. They are worried because you escaped. You got away from their control. Now they cannot predict you. They cannot manipulate you. They cannot stop you. You are a loose end, a variable they cannot compute. And it's driving them insane, crazy. You are just here, being you. And that, apparently, is the most revolutionary act of all. You don't have to fight them, you just have to outlast them. And in your own quiet way, you already have. You are a survivor, and that makes you the architect of your own future. Your very existence is your own sovereign power, is destruction of their entire system. That's what makes you so powerful to them. You are the ultimate threat to a world built on fear. All the layers of who you are, the person you've become through your battles, pain, it all works together for good. The challenges that were made to break you have made you more powerful. They have forced you to evolve, to shed the old skin, to become a new person. You are more expansive now. You contain the universe. You've learned to see the trickers, the ones who wear a mask of friendship while trying to sabotage you. You've learned the lessons they were sent to teach you. And you have become a lion in navigating the world of hidden agendas. Deep, yeah. You've also learned the power of being still, the power of not reacting. You don't get pulled into the chaos. You go deep inside yourself where no one can touch you. You find your peace. And you know how to protect it. It's a sacred, it's your secret, sacred thing. It's your fortress. But this isn't just about surviving anymore, is it? It's about thriving. You got a lot of knowledge of yourself. You've learned to detach. You see a person screaming in your face and you are not threatened. You understand that that energy is just a reflection of their war inside them. It's not your war. You can choose to walk away. You are mastered the subtle art of not my circus to my monkeys. And because you are so detached, they have got nothing to get their hooks into. They cannot feed on your fear because you are not afraid. They cannot feed on your anger because you've transformed it. They cannot feed on your desperation because you are content. They look at you and see a mirror and they hate what they see. You have reached a point now where honestly, you might even be feeling a little sorry for them. They are trapped in their own cycle of fear and power games. They are the ones who are stuck, not you, never you. They want to prove they could control you. But now they are the ones who are trapped in a fate they've constructed for themselves. So, there is a shift happening. They are looking at you differently now. They don't see you as a victim anymore. They are looking at you as an asset. Yeah. They are waiting and they are watching because they don't know what else to do. They are forced to reconsider everything they thought they knew. The idea that you could be a master of your own destiny is just too much for them to handle. So they watch, they wait, they analyze, they wait for the moment they can understand you. But They never will. Because your own power, your power, is a secret they will never guess. It's not a secret you need to protect. It's a secret that is you. They fear you because they see your potential and they don't know how to stop it. They think you are way more powerful than they assumed. And they are right. They are right. And they have no idea what you are going to do next. They look at you and they think, if this is what they can do when they are just being themselves, what happens when they actually try? Yeah, what happens when you actually try? That's the real question hanging in the air. The one that has them in a chokehold. They see you and they are terrified of your power. They see you and they know they have no idea who they are really dealing with. This is the unspoken fear that drives their nightly vigils. This is the secret they are trying to uncover. But it's a secret they will never solve because it's not a riddle. It's not a riddle with an answer. It's a living, breathing, unshakable spirit. Yours. They thought you were just another piece of their board. They are now starting to realize the game isn't being played on their board anymore. The game is being played on yours. And you have already won.